Hello, everyone. Welcome to this live channel, live show, what I am doing at present. Today, I'm going to address a couple of questions. The questions are why reading? And the second one is how reading can be a hobby. And third one is which are the books that you can read to improve yourself and how can you make it as a hobby. And if you are a person who does not have much interest in reading, then what can you do? How can you gain the knowledge? How you can gain the knowledge without reading books? What is the substitute for reading books? If you are there, can you please just comment your name? I can see one person here. Just comment. Three people are there. Comment your name so that I can address you in personal. You have a comment box over there. You can always comment. If you can comment, I can address you. And if you have anything that you want to know about the reading and how I improved my reading skills, I will tell you. So the first thing that I want to say, start with, why reading? Dear friends, if you ask me my educational qualifications, I'm really poor at it. But one fine day, I heard from one of my mentors saying that if you are not well educated or if you have not gone to school or colleges, no problem. But there is another way that you can grab the knowledge. I was surprised. I said that, sir, how can I do without going to a college or a school? So he suggested one thing. He said a PhD is equivalent to a person one who has read thousands of books. So I understood one thing. Then I dropped my academics because there were 6 subjects and there were subjects which I was not interested in also. Then I went to the field of I started my interest in reading. So now today, how can we develop this hobby of reading? I have a couple of suggestions here. We get many different kinds of personalities, and all the books don't suit to all the people. Take it from me. I may say the subjects what I am interested in. The books I read may not be your favorite. The books you read may not be my favorite. So you should know, first of all, what kind of books you are interested in. I'll give you some of the examples. Imagine if someone is there who has love failure. So go for this book, The Power of Positive Thinking. Start thinking about positive things. It is written by Norman Lewis and Norman Vincent Peale. And if you want to know about this, you can also just go through the summary and know whether it is your subject or your favorite or not. And I am interested in public speaking, so I read this book also. Hope you can see TED Talks. Hope most of you are aware of TED Talks. So I'm interested in public speaking. I'm interested in TED Talks. So I chose this book. I'm also interested in Bhagavad Gita, and plus I'm interested in English. So what I do, I chose this book, Bhagavad Gita in English. And if you are not interested in reading a big book, you can also choose a small book. It is pretty small. You can complete this in a week. Now, coming to, I am also the president of a club called Toastmasters Club. So I need to improve my leadership skills also. And I run institutes of spoken English and computer classes. I am also interested to improve my leadership skills because I want to know that how can I lead a team. So I chose another one book of Robin Sharma's Leadership Wisdom. Okay, coming back to another point. I'm from a vernacular medium. I'm from Kannada medium, and I wanted to improve my English. So what I did, I started with again another book, that is in Kannada, Praudariಗಾಗಿ ಸುಲಭ English ವ್ಯಾಕರಣ. So this book is in Kannada besides English. What happens is anyone who is not from an English medium, and if you want to improve your spoken English, you can also choose a subject which has Kannada and English both to get more interest in that. So one of my friends suggested me another one book, The Way of a Superior Man. This is given by one of my friends named Mr. Afa Khan, and he suggested me this book. Go through this book, read, and you will definitely improve your interest in reading as a man. Now, again, next we are coming, as I mentioned, I'm interested in public speaking, and I got this book, that How to Develop Public Speaking by Dale Carnegie. And then I have got a lot of friends. As you know that about 4,000 plus friends I have in Facebook, and in Hubli also I have a lot of friends. In my hometown I have a lot of friends. Then I chose this book, How to Win Friends and Influence People by Dale Carnegie. I am an entrepreneur, and I had a startup, and now I have a startup. Then I want to know about how to improve my business also. Isn't that interesting? Then I chose a book of Zappos, Delivering Happiness. It shows all about how you can turn your business into anything which is sharing happiness. And as you all know that I'm a person, one who is into spoken English field, then I also chose this book, that is Speak Better, Write Better English. Then I came back to the other thing. Then what are you interested in? For example, if you are a homemaker, then I can suggest you go through this book, that is Lady, You Are the Boss. This book I gifted to my wife, and she's reading that book now. She read 2 chapters yesterday, which was of 13 pages. Okay, it is really very interesting. Dear friends, you can see, if you are a lady, you can also choose to read a book of which is interested in cookeries. Now, I have friends who are interested in long driving, or who are interested in trip, who are interested in dance, who are interested in act plays. So you can choose a book of which is your favorite. You can just go to Google or just go to YouTube and search over there books, famous books on public speaking, 10 famous books on spoken English. You can also 10 famous books for the entrepreneurs. Definitely you will get a wonderful list, and you will also get the explanation of that in the YouTube. Now, another one thing, what is the substitute for reading books? Some people cannot read books for more than 1 or 2 pages. So what I do, see, my dear friends, if you want to see the importance or effect of that reading books, you need to first go through YouTube, choose a book. For example, Lady, You Are the Boss. Okay, you have to choose a book and go to YouTube, type over there, put a summary of Lady, You Are the Boss summary. You can also choose to see that in Hindi. You can get the summary in Kannada, you can get the summary in English, any language you may get, and listen to that summary first. It might be of 6 to 7 minutes, and afterwards, if you like that book, then go for it. Otherwise, simply don't start. Most of the time this happens. We pick up a book and we start reading 3 to 4 pages, and we lost the interest. Because of this, you lose the interest of reading after that all the books. So my highest suggestion is, first go to YouTube, type book name and summary, listen to the summary for 4 to 5 minutes or 7 minutes, summary will be there. And then if it is your favorite and if it creates some interest in reading, then go for the book. Otherwise, another one thing I'll tell you, I have a person here commented as Javed Attar. Javed, I'll tell you how can I improve my reading. Best thing that I'll suggest you is go through comics. If you are starting to read, go through comics and read the comics, and there'll be a lot of pictures in that. It shows really interesting. Then the next level would be go to the novels. Novels are something like, they are like serials. Okay, they don't end. The interest doesn't stop until you complete the book. then you go for self-help books. If you start with self-help books, definitely you feel really bored, and afterwards, if you find any one book if you find it really interesting, then you have to go for the audiobook. If you want to take the best use of any one favorite book, you have to go through the textbook, afterwards an audiobook, and then summary of that particular book as an article. You have to go through the entire all the sessions you have to go, then only you can understand any book. Dear friends, this is the high time for those who have less earning or those who cannot manage money. Then you can go for the book Rich Dad Poor Dad, and he has completely told over there why we should know or why we should learn about money and how to use money. I hope this was useful thing for you. If you want to know more about anything, about any particular book, you can just comment in the comment section. If I know about the book, definitely I would love to help you. Thank you. Bye.